Yeah, hi guys. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening to you. John K. I'm John K. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time watching my YouTube channel, you are free to subscribe to John K. So that anytime I have a message, you also got it automatically. So once again, I say welcome. Today is Sunday and we are still on lockdown. And I want to talk about church lockdown as well. Religious houses are all locked down. Like this Sunday, we who goes to church or believers, Christians, will have been in our churches dancing and giving of offering and tithes, listening to the message from the man of God, the Bible, listening from the Bible, and many other happiness will go on. But unfortunately, church has been closed down. Church has been closed down. That is one of the saddest time ever in since Christianity began. I think from history, from Africa, historically, it's about Christianity began about since 400 years ago, which is the same time slavery also occurred. Because slavery and the biblical occurred at the same time. It is the same slave masters, the British and the French, they came with the missionaries together. So they know what they were doing. They came with the same mission work together. Despite all the treatment, the bad treatment they were treating our forefathers, when a pregnant woman is pregnant, they say they throw him inside the sea, the ocean. There are some people who they treated them very badly. Bad. There's no one they considered. They say some people who are, if they are not yet on board on ship to America and they get pregnant, they leave them to be in the particular area, and they hand over to some people to take care of them. Because of the pregnancy, for those children to settle in America, they don't want it. But at the end of the day, they became increased. They will by all means increase. But those treatment was what? Was wickedness. And at the same time, those missionaries have their churches in the the castle. If I'm lying, if you are listening to me, anytime you go, you visit Ghana, you go to the biggest castle. We have about 3 castles which were built. The oldest castle was built by the Portuguese. Before the British overthrew them and take the place. Before British built their own also. And these places, you will visit Elmina. You go to Cape Coast, which is the oldest capital of Ghana. You go to Accra, the present capital. There is also another castle there. All was under the British authority. And these places, they built individual church. The first church was Catholic Church in the castle. Of all the evil treatment they treated the black people, they have Catholic Church inside. And the other castle was Anglican. The other side was Methodist. So I believe from all these 3 churches, Methodist, Anglican, Catholic Church, came all today churches. This one say Ambassador Church, Christ Embassy, Church for All Nation, Church for this, Church for that, Church for Battle, Church for this, Church for Zone, all came from these 3 mentioned churches. So today I want to talk about the close down of this church? Why does religion close down? It's telling us something. It has bring a new turn up to religion. A new turn up to religion. I have never heard before in my life that all bars, restaurants, or many gathering people should close down, whilst they will add churches to close down. In many years, if there are some problems going on, the order those places to be off, to be closed down, or to be shut down, they don't include church. They respect church as the house of God. But today, it has affected everywhere. The church has to be closed down. So now, what is the effect of going to church now? Telling us all the stories we've been hearing in the church, most especially the leaders who brag so much that God speak to me, God speak to me, God speak to me. Do you know that we are also the image of God? Why is it that God speaks to you, He doesn't speak to other people? I want to give you one quotation. My message once again is the church, the lockdown of church. The lockdown of church. I want to read with you to the book of Luke chapter 17 verse 21. Very, very short message. Verse 21. Or I start from 20, okay? When he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of God should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of God cometh not with observation. Cometh not with observation. To observe that it is coming. You don't observe it that, there is the kingdom of God coming. Verse 21 is the message. Neither shall they say, lo here, or lo there. For behold, the kingdom of God is within you. My brother and sister who is listening to me, the kingdom of God is within you. God, the Spirit, or the house of God, that place we go, it is not the house. It's not what you think that is where God is. The kingdom of God is within you. Your God is what is in you. And my God is what is in me. Her God is what is in her. The other person, God is what is in him. Even a baby's God is what is in him, or what dwells in him. But as a mother, you will channel her, because at the moment she don't know her left or right. You will channel her gradually till he comes up. The moment he knows his left and right, he can do whatever he likes on his own, because his God is within him. So the kingdom of God, my brother, is within you. The last message, the other message I want to tell you, let's look at the book of John chapter 10 verse 30. John 10:30. It says, I and my Father are one. I and my Father are one. Jesus told the Pharisees, I and my Father are one. Then they begin to throw stones against him. Verse 31. Then the Jews took up stones to stone him. Then Jesus answered them, many good works have I shewed you from my Father. For which of those works do you stone me? Which of these ones are you stoning me? The Jews answered him, saying, for a good work we stone thee not. We don't stone you for your good works. We stone you because you say you and the Father are equal. But for blasphemy, and because that thou, being a man, makest thyself God. Because you are a man, you make yourself to be God. You see the misunderstanding of the Pharisees. Because you are a man, you make yourself to be like equal with God. Jesus answered them, is it not written in your law, I said ye are gods? The Old Testament somewhere say, I said ye are gods. You see it? He want to bring their mind he want them to reason very well. Say, even Jesus said, I and my Father are one, and you are stoning him because you don't understand the relationship between you and the Creator or the supernatural being. The supernatural, we are part of the supernatural. We human beings, we are part of the supernatural. So if Jesus said, I and my Father are one, it is no wonder you, like me as I'm talking, I am also part of the supernatural. As I'm talking to you, I am part of the supernatural, which is the Creator, the God. We are part of him. Any human being, even animals, they have soul. Not that their soul is they are part of God, but they are also belong to the supernatural. Any natural thing that existed is part of the supernatural, brother and sister. Any natural thing that moves, any moving thing that moves is part of the supernatural. Look at the sea. Every day you see the ocean moving non-stop. The ocean always move. Look at the winds, the way they blow. You don't know where they come from. You don't know how where they goes. See, the rain always comes down. Is it not natural? Snow always come down. It's also natural. These are all part of the supernatural, my brothers. So it is, don't let it not be wonder you if Jesus said, I and my Father are one. You and your Father are so one, brothers. This is where Jesus wants to draw their attention to. He wants to tell them, you, particular, you are also God. This is what I want to tell you. So my brother, for me, if I see this issue now, today as I'm seeing, I realize going to church, it does not make sense. But what I love church is, I take church as society. For now, I took church as society. We go together, we met up together, we pray, we sing songs, we have our fun, we discuss things together, we share love, everybody find a way. We will not meet again till another Sunday. This is what I believe church. One day I have a discussion with a pastor and he asked me, why do you go to church? Don't you want to go to heaven? I say, I don't go to church because I want to go to heaven. I go to church because I want to fellowship with brothers. Because of the love God is and the love God has for each humankind, we need to fellowship together. That's the reason why I go to church. They laugh at me. Today, as they lock me down, and you are at home, I'm at home, what is the benefit are we gaining? We are gaining no benefits. Had it been Sunday, we get together, fellowship together. Before we come back home, you will look so sound and happy. But if church is locked down, it means church has no. Those people thinking church is the house of God. If you don't go to church one day, God will not bless you. Today, you people are locked down. It means God will not bless you. If you believe that, God will not bless you. But if you believe church as society, when everything is over, we can go to church now again. But pastors who stand before the pulpit say, if you don't come to the house of the Lord told me, you should change your mind. Those pastors, you should be careful of the way you speak. You should be careful of the way you speak. If the Lord tells you, why don't this pandemic time, the Lord didn't speak to you? Do you think the Lord is deaf? The Lord is not deaf. Fasting do not solve problem. Fasting cannot solve this kind of problem. Sometimes pastors will declare 3 weeks fasting for the members. You declare for 4 weeks fasting for the members. You want to kill them? Although it's written in the Bible, that's what we see. But in our time, brother and sister, those things does not solve problem. That is why some people believe miracle does not exist. It is true. My advice to church women too, you should be careful of the way you too trusted your pastor, call them daddy. He is not your daddy. He is your fellow brother. John K., I want to tell you, is your brother. Don't let any pastor deceive you anymore. We meet together as society to have fellowship together. We don't come to pay all this tithe, all those cantons. In terms of need, we can contribute together. Yes, of course, because we are a society. In terms of need, we can contribute. Does not mean the Lord told me, the Lord told. I don't want to hear those things again. Otherwise, everybody's staying home. Everybody stay at home and do your worship at home. Whether you feel it, you don't feel it, you stay at home. It's more blessed. It's more blessed. So my last advice to you, brothers, the kingdom of God is within you. Church is not where God lives. God lives in you. So whatever you do follow your heart. If your heart pleases, you know what you are going to do is going to bring blessing to you, you do it. If you know what you are going to do, it will not benefit you. Maybe you think at the beginning it will bring benefit to you. At the end of the day, it will bring bad result. You take it like that, but take it as correction. So human being, your supernatural being is always with you. It's part of you. So long as you are alive, even when you die, you're part of supernatural being with the supernatural. It goes to the supernatural. And nobody knows how it goes. It is between you and your God. It's between me and my God. It's between him and his God. Like that, like that. I want to end here for this short message. I bless you all. Stay blessed and have fun at home. Enjoy your life. Have your fellowship with your God. Thank you so much and happy Sunday. Bye.